Welcome to this edition of Collier Focus. On today's show, we'll take a look at the Board of County Commissioners meeting. The Jones Mine conditional use permit will continue without the annual review restriction. And the board approves a contract to replace 2 failing canal bridges. I'm Troy Miller. We'll cover these stories and more next on Collier Focus. Stay tuned.
Whether reporting on the latest news stories or hot issues, taking a look at county government services, or announcing what's happening around the county, this is Collier Focus, bringing government home.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the board approved a request from Jones Mine to eliminate the biannual review of their blasting conditional use permit. The Jones mining operation is located east of Immokalee Road, about 2 miles north of Oil Well Road. In 2007, the board granted Jones a conditional use resolution which required them to have a re-review before the BCC every 2 years. The review was designed to make sure that Jones had been following all of their blasting restrictions and that neighbors affected by the blasting would have a way to seek relief if the mine was not being a good neighbor. Jones Mining asked the board to amend the permit, eliminating the biannual review.
I'm truly amazed that we have come full circle on this, and that something that people were very doubtful of, and some people were accepting, it's got to the point that it's received, if not universal acceptance, at least no objection. With that, I can definitely support the motion.
The board approved the request to eliminate the review. In 2008, the board limited Jones Mine to 8 blasting days per month. The local fishing industry is getting the support of the Board of County Commissioners by way of a resolution requesting to rescind the current 2-inch mesh size limitations. The current Fish and Wildlife Commission rule limits commercial fishermen to no more than 500 square feet of mesh, with the mesh size limited to 2 inches or less.
The fishing industry is just a small element compared to what it used to be years ago. And this has nothing to do with the net ban. The fishermen today that go out and still pursue this particular type of living are limited to a net of 500 square feet or less. And just the mesh size is the only thing they're looking to change. Commission's supporting that. We're going to be sending a letter in the form of a resolution to the Florida Wildlife Commission, and I suspect that we'll be carrying that same resolution forward to our local delegate at the Florida legislative body to be able to act on it appropriately.
In 1994, the Florida electorate voted in favor of a referendum limiting net fishing in state waters. The board approved economic incentives for Arthrex for both job creation and impact fee assistance. Last June, the board approved Arthrex's application for assistance in connection with the company's planned expansion, which includes the construction of a new 200,000 square foot facility near Ave Maria and a 100,000 square foot renovation and expansion at their existing facility on Immokalee Road.
They're actually participating in 3 separate incentive programs, one for impact fees, one related to payments for jobs created, and one for broadband infrastructure. Now, this is the second step in the process where we come back with the formal agreements that basically spell out the commitments that Arthrex has made and then the funding commitments the county is making back to Arthrex, assuming that they perform.
The final step in the process will be the signing of the agreements. The county's master mobility plan moved one more step forward as the board accepted phases 1 and 2 and move into phase 3 of the study. The master mobility plan is intended to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and reduce vehicle miles traveled.
Gone through phase 1 and phase 2 of the mobility plan. Phase 1 was data collection. Phase 2 was actually putting together proposals, vetting them with the public. Phase 3 is refining those individually, going through and actually coming up with detailed recommendations or proposals for land development code changes and growth management plan changes. So I think a lot of the work is going to be in phase 3, but it'll take a lot longer. They're not going to be back to the board with just one. They'll be all different times as they roll in.
We will keep you updated on public informational meetings as the master mobility plan progresses. The commissioners took action to replace 2 bridges in eastern Collier County that are failing. The commissioners approved a $4 million design-build contract to replace the Golden Gate Canal Bridge and the Miller Canal Bridge, both of which were built in the 60s. The Florida Department of Transportation recently deemed them of low structural sufficiency.
Those two bridges are identified as critically in need of repair, replacement, or rehabilitation. The board took action to replace those bridges in the final alignment when a future four-laning of Golden Gate Boulevard gets built. This will alleviate the future throwaway and also will replace these bridges that are critically in need of replacement or rehabilitation.
The design and build contracts will be awarded within 60 days. We will keep you posted on the construction of these bridges. The board inked an agreement between the county and South Florida Water Management District through 2024 that provides for the district to continue to operate and maintain the primary canal system in the county, which consists of 162 miles of canals and 46 water control structures.
The change is simply maintenance for this subject section of canals will continue by the district. What changes is the regulatory authority. The county will assume regulation as far as if anybody wants to build within the canal easement, they'll have to get a permit from the county now instead of the district. If anybody wants to put a bridge over the canal, they have to come to the county, and the county will review and issue the permit. That's the only change.
The canal system was built during the 1960s for the purpose of draining residential property. The board, acting as the Community Redevelopment Agency Board, approved a $2.7 million contract for stormwater improvements in downtown Immokalee. CRA Project Manager Brad Muckle gives us the details.
We're going to put in a considerable amount of stormwater pipe in areas that are existing open drainage ditches, which historically collect garbage and other not so nice things. That stuff flows downstream, clogs up the structures, and defeats the whole purpose of stormwater infrastructure. So we're going to replace those open drainage ditches with, we're going to dig them deeper, put pipe in, bury them, in some cases put sidewalk over top of them, and put prefabricated concrete structures in place. So the water will flow cleaner and it will flow better into a proposed 6.5-acre stormwater pond. The water will collect in that pond, and it will aerate, and it will naturally go through the cleansing process, and it will stack up in that pond and then flow into an outfall structure at the south end of the pond, and then back into the primary system, and then ultimately down into the Lake Trafford Slough at the south end of town.
The project covers over 40 acres. Construction will begin in about 6 weeks and take 8 to 12 months to complete. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, early voting is concluded for the presidential preference primary, and the turnout is big. And we'll give you an update on the FEMA flood maps. All of that and more when Collier Focus continues. Welcome back to Collier Focus. Early voting was once again a popular option for Collier County voters. The early voting time period was shorter for this preference primary, but there was still a lot of traffic at the early voting locations. Now you can see the local results of the presidential preference primary and the fire district referendums right here on Collier Television starting at 7 p.m. election night. A Vanderbilt Drive Corridor Improvements Public Information Meeting was held on Thursday, January 26, at St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church. After a short presentation, the rest of the meeting was open format, allowing all interested members of the public to review displays and talk one-on-one with county staff regarding projects within the boundary of 111th Avenue to Bonita Beach Road. Collier County staff provided displays and information regarding the Vanderbilt Drive Pathway Project, Public Utilities Water Replacement Project, and the Vanderbilt Beach Beautification MSTU's FP&L Underground Power Conversion Project. The board did approve the new FEMA Digital Flood Insurance Rate Maps, or DFIRMs. The Growth Management Director Nick Castellanguida gives us an update.
Today the board heard the FEMA Flood Damage Prevention Ordinance adoption, and they approved it. So effective March 30th, for building permit purposes, the FEMA maps will be in place. And that means we'll work with the building industry to go through and process their applications consistent with that ordinance. As of May 16th, for insurance purposes, you may start getting notice that the maps will be in effect, and you may be notified by your lender to go forward and purchase flood insurance.
Now, if you want more information on the new FEMA DFIRMs, call Robert Wiley at the Growth Management Division at 252-5858. Well, now let's take a look at some upcoming Collier County government meetings. The following meetings are all held in the board meeting room on the third floor of the main administration building, 3299 Tamiami Trail East, at the Collier County Government Center, unless otherwise indicated. On Wednesday, February 1st at 9 a.m., the Environmental Advisory Council will meet. The Code Enforcement Office of the Special Magistrate will meet on Friday, February 3rd at 9 a.m. On Thursday, February 9th at 1 p.m., the Coastal Advisory Committee will meet. The Collier Metropolitan Planning Organization will meet on Friday, February 10th at 9 a.m. And on Tuesday, February 14th at 9 a.m., the Board of County Commissioners will meet in regular session. For more information on Collier County government or to inquire about other meetings that have been scheduled since the taping of this program, contact the Communication and Customer Relations Department at 252-3853 or via email troymiller@colliergov.net. You can also click on our website at colliergov.net for more information. Welcome back to Collier Focus. Now let's take a look at some of the many fun and interesting programs being offered by the Collier County Parks and Recreation Department. After School Adventures offers parents a safe and fun environment for their children when school is not in session. The program is for children from ages 5 to 12 and runs weekdays from 2:40 p.m. to 6 p.m. from January 2nd to June 2nd. The program is available at East Naples, Immokalee, Max Hass, Veterans, and Vineyards Community Parks and the Golden Gate Community Center. For more information, call 252-4000. The Golden Gate Aquatic Facility offers youth aquatic lessons for children in 5 different levels based on their current abilities. There are several options for dates and times, so if you want more information on schedules and costs, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you have arthritis and are looking for a low or no impact exercise, then the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility has the answer for you. Instructors for these classes are all trained by the Arthritis Foundation, and the exercises are specifically designed to give you a good workout with little or no joint impact. Classes are Fridays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. until noon and are $5 each. If you want more information on the arthritis exercise class, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you are interested in quilting, then the Naples Quilting Club is the place for you. They meet every Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the East Naples Community Park, and the cost is free. If you feel like trying the tango, then sign up for ballroom dancing classes. This course will introduce and review a new dance each week, including the foxtrot, the tango, the rumba, and swing dancing. So put on your dancing shoes and meet at East Naples Community Park on Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The cost is $5 per class. Learn how to be the best babysitter at Babysitting Boot Camp. The course is designed to teach all the basics in babysitting, including CPR and first aid training. Participants must be 11 years old and must attend all classes. For more information and costs, call 252-4000. If you're having trouble controlling your canine, then basic dog obedience may be just what you need. Using consistency, repetition, and positive reinforcement, this course helps owners learn how to communicate with their trusted companions. You will also learn handling skills, basic obedience, cues, and verbal commands. Basic dog obedience is for dogs 4 months to 10 years old. The class meets on Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. at Veterans Community Park. For cost information, call 252-4000. There's a whole lot more to do in Collier County, not mentioned here on Collier Focus. For information regarding the location of county parks and other activities, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 252-4000 or the Collier County Communication and Customer Relations Office at 252-8848. Well, that's all the time we have on this episode of Collier Focus. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.